What's up everybody? Buckle up because today's video is diving deep into a question that's been buzzing in your minds: how to navigate the tricky world of home buying negotiations. Now, for the seasoned pros and the real estate buds, this might sound like old news, but trust me, mastering the art of negotiating house prices can be your ticket to saving a serious chunk of money. I've crossed paths with all sorts of people, those who nod along everything and others who turn every deal into a battlefield, sometimes losing out in the process. What I want to stress out with this is that offering and negotiating for a house is a roller coaster of emotions. The real key to snagging the best deal for your dream home, it's all about keeping your emotions in check and having a rock-solid strategy in place. Crunch the numbers, plan your moves, and only then drop that offer. So my aim is that by the end of this video, you'll be armed with the confidence to stride into negotiation battlefield for your future home. Sure, it's a bit of a marathon, but stick around till the end because this might be the best investment of your life. And yes, this stuff can be draining. I get it. So to break it down, I'm splitting this video into bit-sized parts. The first part being about how to approach the situation and the right attitude to figure out your winning strategy. In the second part, I'll split the beans on how to handle that visit with the seller or the agency. And in the third section, we'll tackle the art of making an offer and navigating the negotiation maze for your dream house. Expect all the hacks and tips to turn your offer into a success story. So don't skip a bit. You know the drill. This channel is all about keeping you in the know, especially when it comes to the Madrid region and the real estate market here. Buying a house is a colossal deal, probably the biggest investment in your life. That's why we're here, feeding you in all the real estate info you need to make decisions with confidence. And hey, don't forget to team up with a savvy real estate agent to guide you through the maze. So if you're thinking of buying a house in the Madrid metro, please give me a call, send me an email, or fill out the form in our website, livinginmadridspain.com. You have the information in the description down below. I really love to help people relocate or invest in the Madrid area. No doubt I can make that transition so much easier for you. Now let's jump right into unrevealing the secrets of negotiating your way to your dream home. Alright, let's peel back the curtain on how this property world operates. When a place is up for grabs, you're dealing with two scenarios, either a private individual selling or a real estate agency handling the show. In both cases, the secret sauce of negotiations is emotions. Yep, you've heard me right. The whole process revolves about connecting with the other person. If it's a private seller, get ready to tap into their emotional wavelength. When you're chatting with them, keep your radar on high alert. Listen up, speak easy, vibe with them, and try to unravel why they are parting ways with their home. Essentially, show some love for their place and find common ground. Now, if it's an agency in the driver's seat, it's all about winning their trust. Your mission is to extract as much intel as humanly possible. The bottom line with this strategy is to become the go-to buyer in their eyes if they're juggling multiple potential buyers. But wait, what about prepping before you even set eyes on a potential dream home? That's where the strategy kicks in. First of all, before you jump into making an offer, do your homework on similar priced homes. Pick 2 or 3 properties around the size you're eyeing. Check out the price per square meter in the area, weigh the pros and cons. Armed with this info, you'll be armed with solid argument. Secondly, don't be the one strolling into a house tour without a clue about your budget. Crunch those numbers and know your financial playground. Your goal is to land somewhere between those price brands. Close the deal within the smallest range possible and you're golden. Just remember, as long as you're in the ballpark you set, victory is yours. And third, and believe me that this many times is a game changer, you have to be ready to hit the accelerator. Have your budget sorted out, know the nitty-gritty for negotiation, and stash away the initial cash for an offer. Let me spill some truth here. Negotiating without knowing if the bank's got your back is a surefire to waste everybody's time. Sellers hate that, trust me. Get your homework done before someone else swaps in, wallet in hand, and snags your dream spot. Now, 2 musts for this preparation. First, get pre-approved for the top-notch mortgage. And second, stash some cash for a quick deposit sign-on. Countless dream homes slip away just because some folks fumble their finances. And hey, if you're thinking of selling your current place, consider a temporary rent out. It might just be the ace up your sleeve, making the whole buying dance a bit more pocket-friendly. Because there comes that moment in your house hunting journey where you stumble upon one that feels like the one. You've got your game face on, everything's prepped, and the big day to see it finally arrives. Now, what's your checklist for that visit? And just as vital as the checklist is the attitude. What kind of vibe should you bring to that initial visit? Rule number 1, show genuine interest and throw in a dose of empathy towards the seller. Keep it cool, speak with ease, listen like you're actually intrigued, and hey, you know this smile you got on your face? Show your best smile. Seriously, you'd be surprised on how many folks forget to crunch a smile. No one wants to deal with someone who's all business and no charm. Trust me, a relaxed and friendly vibe will work wonders. And from that chill attitude, let's talk about active listening.
What?
Yes, active listening. Before bombarding them with questions, really tune in, connect with the seller, understand their reasons for selling, get to know them a little bit. We're talking about creating emotional connections, the kind that makes transactions smoother. That's one of the main reasons why people like me to thrive into this game. I know how to negotiate and step into other people's shoes. Second rule, keep it cool during the house tour. Don't spill the beans on your emotions right away. Resist the urge to scream like this guy here. This is it, my dream home! Trust me, it's a rookie mistake. Why? Because that's gold information for the seller's agent. If you let on that you're head over heels, they might smell an opportunity to bump up the price. After that first visit, your mission is clear. Leave them guessing. Did you like it or not? Keep it vague and give no signals that you've already mentally moved in. That gives you the upper hand for round 2. Take a detailed tour, check every nook and cranny, note down any repairs or upgrades needed, no matter how minor they are. This reconnaissance mission will be your secret weapon. But here's the trick. Plan for those fixes and calculate how much they might cost. That's your ace in the negotiation game. Rule 3. Find out the nitty-gritty reasons behind the sale. You should be asking questions like, what are your future plans? Are you sticking around the area or are you moving elsewhere? Get them chatting about the history of the house, their experiences. It's not just about the numbers. Understanding their story gives you an edge. Maybe they've already got a deposit down on a new place next to their kids' school and they're itching to move before September. Boom! You've got a window for a sweet discount there. Remember that the seller's motivations are not always about the money, or at least not just the money. Time, simplicity in the sale, and your connection with the seller, those are your secret weapons. There are discounts for penny pinchers, of course, and then there are discounts for making the whole deal smooth and hassle-free. Be smart, save time, and let the negotiation games begin. Easy, right? Rule number 4. When the seller is parting ways with their home due to personal reasons or a family shakeup, tread lightly, my friend. This is where a dash of sensitivity can make the difference. The ace up your sleeve, offering a quick deal to help untangle their personal situation, especially in cases like divorces or inheritances. In these scenarios, many people usually need their cash soon. But hold up, don't let the scent of desperation turn you into a shark. Some aggressive investors can smell a tricky situation and pounce with lowball offers. Instead, try a more humane approach. Like, hey, I'd love to buy your house, I can swing up to 80% of your asking price, and if you're on board, I will wire you 10% tomorrow, and the whole deal can be wrapped in a month. What do you reckon? Cash on table, doors opening the next day, and you're being empathetic. That's a win-win. Always clock the number of days a house has been on the market. If it's fresh on the scene, don't swoop in with a 20% lower offer unless you want a bidding war. But if it's been lingering for more than 3 months, here's your chance to play the "how long has this been for sale" card. They are likely a bit worn out from the endless showings and no bites. A sweet opportunity for a killer deal. Okay, rule number 5, 6? I don't know, whatever. I think it's rule number 6. House history. When did they buy it? If it's a second-hand house and they snagged it back in the 80s, for instance, they might be sitting on a goldmine. Even a slight drop from the top asking price could mean a hefty profit. Plus, folks with older houses in Spain get a tax break when selling. And the last rule, whatever the number is, and here's a sneaky one, ask if they've had other offers and more importantly, why they turned them down. This is your trust building moment. Sometimes the question catches them off guard and you might get some creative answers. If they mention, for example, that they were pondering mortgage details, bingo, you've got there another golden opportunity. And that's about it with this section. After your house tour, it's time to wipe up your offer. Armed with this intel, I've got a bag of tips that'll put you leagues ahead of the competition. Ready for the negotiation roller coaster? Let's dive into the nitty-gritty of the negotiation, starting with the property's condition. This is crucial, especially when more than 87% of purchases involve second-hand homes. Over time, wear and tear are inevitable. Every pre-loved property will have its quirks, and it's essential to approach this with empathy. Avoid thrash talking the place, but bring up potential improvements tactfully. For example, you might hint at major renovations needed and the significant investment required to spruce it up. Here's a golden rule. Always leverage the property's imperfections for a discount. Picture a house with 2 decades of renting history, battered floors, hole-ridden walls, and plumbing leaks. Disaster, right? You should use this as your ammunition. Mention that other similar houses that you've seen are in top-notch condition after renovations, making your case for a justifiable price drop. Summing up, scrutinize the house's overall condition. Landmarks, accesses, floors, paint, cabinets, terraces, and enclosures. There's always room to suggest a touch-up or major revamp. Remember that question about how long the property has been for sale? Well, it's not just for small talk, it's a bargaining chip. If a home has been lingering on the market, it's your ticket to negotiate a sweet discount. Investigate the history through ad dates, local gossips, or even directly from agencies. A house collecting dust on the market is an opportunity for you to swoop in with a low offer. Okay, here's another tip, and this is a big one. Here is where your financial capacity steals the spotlight. Present yourself as a buyer with no need for external financing, and you'll have the upper hand. Imagine this scenario. One potential buyer is scrambling to secure a mortgage, while you confidently declare, I can offer you 85% of your asking price and drop a 15% deposit tomorrow. We can seal the deal in 15 days, cash in hand. You see where I'm going? Quick transactions appeal to sellers. They don't want their house on the market for eternity. And here's the next one. Tied to your financial prowess is the use of earnest money and deposit. If the seller is in dire need of funds, propose a deal. For instance, imagine buying a 200,000 euro house, you offer to buy it for 160,000 euros and drop a whopping 50,000 euros deposit the very next day. It's a hefty 31% deposit, but it sweetens the pot for a significant discount. And here's another important tip. Never shy away from making an offer. Even if it's a stellar house with a reasonable price, don't go for the max right away. A 5% below the asking bid is fair, giving you wiggle room without signaling desperation. Avoid turning it into an auction with other buyers. However, if you stumble upon a real gem just hitting the market, consider offering the asking price or even a tad more to outshine the competition. And the next tip, although it might sound contradictory with the things I just said, is to fear not the low offer. If you've crunched your numbers and set your budget, stick to your guns. Don't toss out your max bid from the let-go. For example, if your budget allows up to 950,000 euros and the dream house is priced at 1 million, don't kick off the negotiation at 950,000 euros. Start a bit lower, let's say 920,000 euros, and see if the conversation lands in your budget-friendly ballpark. And my last tip in this section would be to show limits and ask for concessions. When you're in the thick of negotiation, disclose your limit and make it clear that you're making an effort to meet their offer. This isn't just transparency, it's a strategic move to avoid last-minute price hikes. Let them know that what you're offering is your absolute maximum and you won't budge. And here's the clincher, always ask for something in return when you're making concessions. If you're agreeing to a higher price, perhaps request some added value like furniture or appliances. So there you have it, keys to negotiation mastery. But hold tight because the grand final is approaching. How to submit an offer. Time is of essence, my friend. In the world of real estate, speed matters. Be swift in viewing the property and making an offer. Sellers appreciate serious buyers who act promptly. Even if the initial offer does not meet their expectations, the fact that you're ready to commit quickly adds value. Be serious about this. Start with a verbal offer. It sets the stage for a serious discussion. Once that's done, translate it into a well-crafted, error-free written offer. This does not only showcase your professionalism, but also reassures the seller that you have the financial capacity to fulfill the deal. In a market full of chatter, your clarity and speed will make you stand out. For the first leg of negotiation, opt for verbal communication. Whether dealing with a private seller or through a real estate agency, speaking directly can expedite the process. Written communication, especially through emails or messages, can prolong negotiations unnecessarily. Set up face-to-face meeting, emphasizing its confidential nature if needed. A conversation followed by a handshake is the perfect start for a formal contract. Sometimes the best strategy is not to negotiate at all. If you find a property that meets all your criteria and attractively priced, don't hesitate to pay the asking price, especially in a competitive market where all well-priced houses attract numerous visitors. Offering the listed price or even a bit more can put you at the forefront of potential buyers. In the head of negotiations, don't let a few euros stand between you and your dreamed home. While haggling can be tempting, and I know it, remember the bigger picture. If the house aligns with your investment goals and the difference is a small account, be flexible. A rigid mindset, especially over a nominal sum, might cost you a great opportunity. Stay focused on the overall value and the potential of the property. In the intricate dance of real estate negotiations, these tips will be your guiding lights. Craft your offer with precision, act decisively, and remember, flexibility can be the key to unlocking exceptional opportunities. Now, armed with these strategies, go forth and conquer that dreamed property. As evident throughout this video, the entire process of buying and selling homes is a roller coaster of emotions for both the seller and the buyer. It's crucial, especially as a buyer, to master the art of emotional control. Keep your emotions in check during two pivotal moments: the property visit and the negotiation phase with the seller. But given that most people are not negotiating experts, I strongly recommend leveraging the expertise of a seasoned real estate professional to represent you. Whether it's a realtor or a personal shopper like me, having someone experienced by your side will streamline the entire process, ensuring you secure your dream home under the best conditions and at the most favorable price. So if you find yourself on the brink of a home purchase and are eager to make the right moves, don't hesitate to reach me out any way you want. Shoot me a WhatsApp, send me an email, or fill out the form in my website livinginmadridspain.com. You can find my contact details in the video description or the links below. And now it's your turn. Do you have any lingering questions? I trust this comprehensive video has solved your concerns about navigating the intricacies of a home negotiation, especially for those embarking on their first home purchase. So please share with me in the comments your experiences and how you approach the negotiation process, or if you have any questions about it. I'm genuinely curious, and if this video has proven beneficial, a hearty thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Share the wisdom with your friends, with your family, currently on house hunting journey. It might just be the guidance they need. And if you found substantial value here, consider subscribing for more insights. I look forward to having you around. Remember, acquiring your dream home in Spain is more achievable than you think. I handle the negotiations and turn your dream into a reality. Until the next video, catch you later!